every Dominican who is still sitting on the fence to come out in large numbers and to vote this Dominican Labour Party out.
So you think you're convinced that there are enough voters to turn this around?
I am very confident, Matt. Okay. I have no doubt that the impact of overseas voters is not going to be tremendous. I have no doubt that Dominicans have come to realization that this Dominican Labour Party has to go. And I keep saying that this Dominican Labour Party has to go because it has failed us economically. Even as I speak to you, Matt, there are several Dominicans who woke up this morning wanting to work and they don't have a job. There are several Dominicans who woke up this morning not knowing how they're going to pay their mortgage at the month end. There are several Dominicans who have difficulty in paying their children's school fees, especially those who are abroad. There are several Dominicans who woke up this morning looking at their house leak and they don't have the money to repair the house. There are several Dominicans who have medical conditions and they cannot take care of these medical bills. So when all is said and done, I have confidence in the beautiful people of Dominica. I have no doubt that Dominica is going to stand for what is right. Matt, this country is a beautiful country and we have a lot of potentials. Unfortunately, we have had a government for the past 15 years that did not seem to understand how to develop this country. Even during the campaign season, they have not given us a vision. They have not told us how we're going to make life better for us. Team Dominica is a party which has been engaged in an honest discussion with Dominicans as to how we're going to make things better.
But tell me, because I've heard on Sunday a major rally of the Dominican Labour Party in the Bafisset area. A lot of promises. Are you worried about this for the Roseau South constituency?
Absolutely not, Matt. The incumbent, Mr. George, is guilty of political negligence. We have had one of the worst cases of political negligence in the Roseau South constituency. Take, for example, in the Housing Revolution program.
So you're not convinced Sunday's rally would make any difference?
Absolutely not. I mean, Matt...
With all the promises?
Matt, you know, when all is said and done, there's a saying that people learn the hard way. Matt, promises is not going to work for the Labour Party right now. The reality is that this Dominican Labour Party has been in power for the past 15 years. And yet people have difficulty to meet basic financial obligations. In Roseau South, as an example, in Harlem, Newtown, a number of people were promised houses or better housing conditions. And under the housing revolution, they did not benefit. We talk about people who signed documents in 2000 after the Dominican Labour Party won. Just 3 months after the Labour Party won the election, they signed documents in the incumbent's political office at Newtown. And these documents were signed on the promise that they were going to get apartments at the Charlotte Valley Housing Development Program. And today that has not happened. The Dominican Labour Party did not even put a truck or a pole to construct houses. That is just one example. Then we have a massive rate of high unemployment in the constituency. So people have seen what this Labour Party is about, and right now, Labour Party has realized that they have lost some issues, and that is why they have gone on character assassination. But this country has a lot of beautiful people, God-fearing people, and when all is said and done, I have no doubt that Dominicans will make the right decision.
Okay, tonight from 4:30 this evening, a panel discussion on good governance. Of course, the spokesperson for that panel discussion, Hillary Schillenfeld, is on the line with me at this time.
Wonderful.
Mr. Schillenfeld, good morning to you.
That's my kind of
good morning to you, Matt. Good morning to you, Matt.
How are you this morning?
Not bad at all. Good morning to you.
Great, wonderful.
Guest in the house, just for 20 times.
Mr. Thompson Fontaine, Dr. Thompson Fontaine. A big discussion planned for this afternoon on good governance. What's the objective? What's the idea behind this meeting? We have panelists like Crispin Gregoire, Griffin Saint-Hilaire, Kyra Schillenfeld, and Sean Douglas. What's the idea behind this one?
Matt, the Citizen Forum for Good Governance has seen it fit to sort of educate the public on good governance. And Matt, that's what they are taking the position that a forum should be held, and that will be held at Gary Hotel,
yes,
at the conference room at 4:30 this afternoon, with a discussion on good governance in our country. Matt, for the discussion, the panel will be a very high-profile panel. We will see the likes of people like Crispin Gregoire, former ambassador to the UN, now holding a top position at the UN. We have Griffin Saint-Hilaire, who works in the Geneva office of the UN, a former senator in the Dominican Labour Party, and one who had been poised to lead the Labour Party at one time. We also have former press secretary Sean Douglas, Again, we know who Sean Douglas is. Sean Douglas held that position for quite a while. Matt, we also have a woman in the name of Cara Shillingford, a young attorney, graduated with first class honors, one who will share some light on the legal aspect. She also represented at the Price Media Law Mooting Competition at Oxford, so she has a serious contribution to make as well. So Matt, that discussion will be more or less trying to show electorates at the eve of an election what we should be looking for in terms of the governance of our country. Where we are at this time, where we should be, and where we are going.
Watch my videos.
So governance in itself will be the topic. Good governance of our country.
Send them
And we
to
expect,
Facebook.
we have invited all the media houses, and we expect to see all the high-profile people, all those who have a contribution to make. It will be an interactive discussion where we will expect the public to interact with the panelists. The moderator will be, again, high-profile, Dr. Valda Henry, no stranger to the media. She will be the moderator this afternoon. So that we can look forward to some serious discussion this afternoon in order that a young person can make an informed decision at the eve of this election as to what good governance is, with a view to making the right decision at the election.
All right, and I see Valda Henry to moderate that discussion.
Yes, that's what I just said.
Uh-huh.
Valda Henry, no stranger to the media, high profile. Dr. Valda Henry will be the moderator this evening, and we can expect a high standard of discussion.
Yes,
we can expect, and as we said, it will be an interactive
this
discussion.
Is the kind of things that
the public will
it's all
have
about.
an opportunity to interact with the panelists, and we expect to have a very, very good program, Matt.
Nice.
The public can look forward to that when the media is invited. We have sent invitations out there.
So what do you expect to come from this afternoon's discussion on good governance?
Well, Matt, after this discussion, the public and the people who are there inside, and those who listening through the media, will get enough food for thought, Matt, and will be in an informed position to be able to take the right decision on the governance of their country.
Exactly.
And it will not be partisan to say. It will just be looking at what is good governance. And the young person will be able to take a position, examine what we have, examine what we heard, and make an informed decision. That's what we expect to come out of it, Matt.
All right, well, thank you very much. Do you want to share some thoughts on this concern upcoming at this time that we may see an electoral list that may be flawed and concern mounting? We may see overseas voters coming in.
Flawed in what sense, man?
Flawed in the sense where you may have people on the list that are not qualified. The opposition is already saying they're looking at options as to how they're going to deal with this.
Well, my view, this country is ours. And I'm speaking outside being the spokesperson for the panel discussion.
Yes.
My view as to how it relates to rigging the election, or bringing in foreign voters, or registering people who are not supposed to be on the list. I have a different view from Joshua Francis as to the fact that it wouldn't change the outcome of the election. I would take no chances, man. I believe the public must be vigilant, and this country is ours to deal with. When these foreign voters come in, they come in this morning, they vote this afternoon, they get paid, and they go back. This is illegal, and every citizen of this country have a right to stop anything illegal that is taking place. I believe we should be vigilant, and we should stop them from voting. We should use every means. If we have to send a message to the American government, if we have to send a message to the airline companies, if we have to send a message to the people themselves when they come in, and we should do everything in our power, everything legal. A demonstration is legal. If Matt, are you there?
Yeah, I'm still listening.
If the airport that they're coming in to commit illegal
What
acts,
siege?
we should ask the government to close it down if need be.
Oh, the government. Oh, Hillary.
It must not be tolerated. Nobody should
You
come to
will
this country
ask the
to allow to
government
come
to
into this
close the
country
airport down.
to
The
commit illegal
government,
acts. They should be intercepted.
the government that is
before
bringing
landing.
people down to vote for
That
them
is my view.
illegally.
And the police
And
must
one
stop
of your
them.
means of stopping
The
it
police
is to
must
ask the
realize an illegal
government to
act is
close
going to be
the.
taken
Oh,
place.
please.
And they must